Ahoy, ho, gentle people, and I need to fix my camera. There we go. Um, Here we have Datil. Datil, my lovely, or I think he's the first co-host I've ever had, per se. And obviously, we have Stefan here too, with the Spirited Away sticker there. Holding on to it quite well. Who do we have? Uh, Jens, ahoy, ahoy, and Bowie, hello. All right. There we have it. So now the detransitioning shit. Again, I there's this is quite complex. So um, according to Wikipedia, there is ranging from the estimates generally range from less than 1% to as many as 8%. But then AP News says 1% what's called transgender treatment, regret, or detransitioning, and that 1% is something that I've heard most often. And there has been 27 studies with close to 8,000 teens and adults who had surgeries in mostly U.S., Canada, and Europe. Uh, Pardon, and 1% express regrets, and this is from apnews.com. So, and it can be, and what we have to remember here is that not all regret or detransitioning is permanent. You get many get are willing to give you the idea that is, you you regret it. Okay, that's it. End of story. No, there is a portion of these who regret and possibly detransition, and these are most of these uh, detransitioners do so due to social reasons, social pressure. It's like um, when they when they whenever a person has a unaccepting family, they don't understand, they don't support their family, don't support them. They transphobic, homophobic. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Yes, sorry. I got out of night shifts this morning, so I've had a few naps here and there. So uh, anyway, many who detransition, it's due to religious and or social reasons, mostly um, mostly social reasons. They detransition. Their friends and families have abandoned them. They don't accept it. They think it's unnatural and shit. They they just can't take it anymore, and detransition and go back to their families. But that does not make them any less trans. If you transition and then social detransition due to social reasons, which social or religious reasons, which is the case in I think, to my knowledge, most of these cases, that doesn't make this person any less trans. Um, for example, in a survey in UK, um, there was a survey in UK with 3,398 attendees at a gender identity clinic, and it found just 16, about which is about 0.47% experiencing transition related regret. And even few of these 0.47% um, who had regret, even less detransition, and hence become detransitioners. Um, a Swedish 50-year longitudinal study on a cohort of 767 transgender people found that around 2% of participants expressed regret uh, following gender affirming surgery, but it from this these it remains unclear how many of these participants were detransitioning as a consequence. Consequence. There we go. So I would say, if we have, I I may make a rough estimate that from the Swedish in the Swedish figures, it's maybe somewhere around 0.5%, or at least under 1%. Under 1%. There was a Dutch study on transgender young people and found out that only 1.9% of young people on puberty blockers did not want to continue with the medical transition. And those who are now wondering and telling me, well, Heidi, doesn't the the puberty blockers make permanent damage, don't they? No, they do not. They What the puberty blockers say, uh, what these puberty blockers do, they just oh, here's the doggo. Doggo has arrived. Oi oi. Currently reporting a nature documentary, the dog has found herself a pillow, and she is actually digging a hole, or actually a tunnel, probably, in the green pillow on the floor. Maybe there are some great great smells of nocturnal beasts in the pillow, and hence she is digging a tunnel into the pillow. Dangerous beasts. Yes. What the puberty blockers do, they do not block it. Maybe, yeah, the word blocker gives you a bit, may give you a bit, not it's not a very it's not a very precise word for it, because it doesn't permanently block. They delay the puberty, and once the um, once the person stops taking these um, puberty blockers, they simply um, start their the puberty in a the puberty in accordance to their gender assigned at birth, unless the person is intersex. But that is a completely different question. In U.S. in the U.S. Uh, there was a study of about 28,000 people. They found that 8% of the respondents of the 28 people uh, reported some kind of detransition. Of the 8%, 62% did so tem- temporarily due to societal, financial, or family pressures. There we go. So the actual number of some level of detransitioning, not full, but some detransitioning is less than, it's like 3.8% or something. Hi. No, not three. Okay. How much is 0.62% of 8? So 4.96. So 4.96% of 8 did. So only because of the societal, financial, or family pressures, which I already mentioned. So that that's that leaves us just over 3%, uh, with just over 3.04% of 28,000 is quite a bit, is a significant number already. And so is that just shy of 3,400 in the UK. Uh, so there's a but there's a different, uh, but the entirely different culture in the US can and will explain a lot. And it's and this is from gendergb.com that I've been uh, taking these figures from. I might as well just um, why don't I just uh, put it in the chat? Oh hey man, there are. Now if you refresh the stream page, you'll see there's a link in the description box. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. There we have it. Okay. So, as I said, it's from anywhere between 0.5 to 3% the regret rate, or to some rate of regret, some level of regret, but it's not something that is a significant thing, a significant figure that should be um, that should be taken up by the conservatives to show, to boast, these figures that shouldn't be boasted upon by the conservatives. There's this 0.5% of people who regret being trans, so we should ban being trans at all. Right? We should ban all treatment because 0.5% will regret it. I mean, there's more regrets in more conventional mainstream medical treatments. How many people get, uh, how many women get silicone implants and regret them? I think there's quite a lot of these, quite a bit more of these women who regret getting silicone implants. Uh, they could be the shape, because there are different shapes of these implants. There's a pearl, a drop, anatomical, and so forth. It could be the wrong shape, could be because, and then you one option is to put it over the muscle and then under the muscle. The position is wrong. The type of implant is wrong. The, the implant the implant is the wrong size, and so forth. Um, Only there's on average 97% of trans people are happy and content with the decision to transition. But the anywhere between from 0.5 to 3% um, experience regret not, but do not detransition. Um, and only about 5% of people of people who detransitioned, which is 0.4% of all trans people, did so because they felt transition was not right for them, and they uh, have remained detransitioners. So that's, yeah, people. These are people who detransition, have regrets, detransition, and then go continue the treatments uh, at a uh, later date. Given given the reasons, for example, societal, religion, financial, the treatments are so fucking expensive. Uh, Family pressure, or now in many states in the U.S., the treatments are illegal, completely illegal, and the doctors will lose that. A doctor who provides these services in these states will lose their license and go face up to 15 years in prison and hefty fines. And that applies to all uh, healthcare healthcare professionals who um, provide these treatments, say nurses, RNs, nurse practitioners, and so forth. Pediatricians, endocrinology, psychiatry, therapists, and so forth. Okay, there is there's been a survey of 27,715 respondents. Reasons for the transitioning: pressure pressure from parents, 36%. Difficulty of transitioning, that would be financial, because it costs so much. For example, in the US, it might, if you go give birth, if you have a baby in the hospital, give birth give birth in the hospital, it could be 25, 35,000, depending on when, and even more depending on where you go. Um, Harassment and discrimination, 31%. employment issues, 29%, and this is more of a thing in countries where there is no legal protection for LGBTQ plus people when it comes to employment. And of the Western world, the United States of assholes is a very good example of this. Then family pressure. So this would be probably extended family. So parents, and pressure from parents and family combined is uh, 12. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, I'm gonna 36 plus 62% of the 27,715 respondents. 62% of those people say that their reason was family pressure from family and parents, and relationship pressure as well. So that basically 80% is just for social reasons, and then we have the costs or something like that. Okay. Pressure from religious counselors is listed for 5%. And only 5% of them said, yeah, it wasn't right for them. And yeah, financial reason and medical reasons, 3 and 2%, respectively. So it's not as simple as these simpletons at the GOP. How many people regret voting Republican? I think quite a few people. I think you can find hundreds of thousands of people in the US who regret, or at least tens of thousands who regret voting for Republicans. We have the wildlife documentary continues. The beast has found herself towards the epicenter of Heidi's corner, and is currently eating away the chair required for producing quality content on Heidi's corner and Heidi's beer corner. So, hey, Nisha, hey, jätä. Puhutaan, se on vähän väärä paikka nyt. Niin. There we have it. Okay. She's teething, so she has lost already a few baby teeth. So it's her teeth or her mouth is probably itching and hurting, like hell. Ja siksi syötä äitin tuosi. Be right back. This is the beast I have been talking about. Hmm. Very, very, very long doggo. Hot dog. Long hot dog. And she already weighs about 5 kilos. Iya, kacau aku kasih hal. Go. She's more interested in my keyboard. It has lights. So. Macam lah. There we have it. She is my new mascot. More than 0.5% banned Republicans. Precisely. Black and lights in the keyboard. Yes, precisely. Uh, yeah, she's back on my chair, destroying my chair, but it's hard plastic, so it's good luck on that one. Okay, speaking of Republicans, what do you think of these new charges on Donald Trump? Just to go, because this is closely related. Trust me. I think it's about time to get that fucking asshole in prison where he belongs, and he should have been he should have been sent to prison a long time ago, but because he has money and power. If you have money and if you have money and power in the US, you can do pretty much anything you want. So and if there was a there was an argument that I think at some point he said he can't afford to pay anything to his victims, if he had any. But if the guy has a private 767 at his disposal at any given time, he does have money. He must have money. Yeah. Oh yeah. He's wanting he he's been asking for money for legal fees. But the meme here is, if you are sending money to a man who owns a private plane to pay his legal fees, there's a very high probability you are a fucking moron. So there you have it. It's an interesting concept of him having to ask for money for legal fees. But these legal fees are fucking important. But he's gonna. Uh, uh, I think the the question isn't as much as if if he goes to prison, but rather how long for how long. So I think he goes on to um, he's going out he's going away for very long time. Yeah. Okay. And there is a Ryanair has been allegedly sending Donald Trump some memes. So Republicans complaining about the the price of gas, while still shelling out money to the corn man that is supposedly a billionaire for a plane. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there we have it. Okay, that's enough Donald Trump memes for the day. Uh, Trump claims to be a millionaire, so what he's asking for money precisely. But there was some buzz a couple of years ago that his businesses are failing, and he's stirring up unrest, which can be reason enough to put him in jail. But he can who got even more wind 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 on their on their on stirring up unrest in jail in um about 100 years ago. Who radical which radical leader went to jail, wrote a book and came out even more radical. Yeah, what do you think? Who is it and why? Yeah, it was Hitler. Um, After the beer hall putsch, or the Munich putsch in 1923. 1923, there was there was this failed coup d'état by the Nazi Party. Um, so he was sentenced to prison over the beer hall putsch in 1923, and we know what happens after he got out of jail. Oh, and then there's the well, based on AP press, um, okay, Donald Trump's political operation entered. This is 2023. Entered the second half of the year in strained financial position, with its bank account drained by tens of millions of dollars that were directed towards defending the former president from mounting legal challenges as he seeks to. Yeah, so he's using his legal funds to fund his campaign. So he received over $53 million, or has taken in since the start of this year, when his two criminal indictments in Florida and New York turned out into a rallying cry that sent him his fundraising soaring. So and then he's been burning, of these 53 million, he's been burning 42.88 million this year, which has been uh, much of the costs of his legal campaign. So he has gathered up uh, at least $100 million this year for his his campaigns, his political campaign, and his legal fees. So that's how it goes. Donald Trump. Let's see how what he's. Forbes estimated um, his net worth to be $2.5 billion as of April 12th, 2023. While obviously he makes a lot bigger money, and he actually received a 413 million from his father's business empire. So basically, he hasn't done a day of honest work in his life. Yeah, that's um, that's that's crazy. Yeah, okay. Yeah, yeah. It says Trump claims to be a billionaire, and so does Forbes. Uh, what is it? Why is he asking money? Because he's burning more than he's getting in. He's burning more on his presidential campaign and legal fees, which amount to tens of millions of dollars. He's burning tens of millions of dollars on these. Is he getting how much? How much is he getting in? From his businesses, not so much. I'd say a fraction of that. Uh, Many conservative coconuts are unable to get a clue about their cult leader, and many don't. Many cult members don't even know they are in a cult. Look at these major cults in from the 20th century. Jonestown, for example, Jonestown, and what is it called? The People's Temple, uh, and Branch Davidians, Charlie Manson's family, etc. Which politician used its slogan make Germany great again? The Chaplin imitator. Festumschaft. Nice prison for friends of the cause. Yeah. Okay, Patreon and PayPal links. There you go. So, the wild beast has fallen asleep. Okay, the wild beast has fallen asleep, and I think it's my time to go. It's been 45 minutes and change, and it's been Bertil, Stefan, and Katya is there. Lovely person. I I love Katya very much. And I love you, my viewers, but in a different way. And I will see you next time. Have a nice weekend. Bye bye.